So hey guys, and welcome back to Budget Nomad. This is my summer packing list for a budget nomad. Okay, let's get going. Right, we'll start with the bag. This is the OSPREY 34 litre TROPOS. Quite a rare bag nowadays. It's actually quite hard to get hold of outside Europe and the US and Singapore. I haven't really seen it in many places, but if you can get hold of one, really amazing. I've done a separate video on this actual bag, so if you want to watch that, the link is up in the top right hand corner now. The reason I went with this bag is, even though it's not a personal item, it actually can pass as a personal item. I've never been stocked with this bag because it's such a small bag and such a small frame. In terms of day packs, I've gone for this one. It's a 16 litre day pack from FORCLAZ Decathlon. The bag itself is actually multi-purpose. It's actually a shopping bag as well as a normal day pack. But it is actually a full functioning day pack, and it will hold a laptop, and it's quite comfortable, as well as 2 water bottles. But it is also a packable day pack, which I'll show you now. Voila, look how it packs down, look how small it is. So you can see it's the same size as my rain jacket. Really small form factor. So I have that as my main pack, and that as a packable day pack, but when I'm traveling, I just have the one pack, I don't separate it. That goes in the bag. Next we'll move on to clothes, and first thing I'm going to show you is these. These are the FORCLAZ hiking shorts. I love these, they're so durable. I've had these for about 6 or 7 months now, and I've got 2 pairs exactly the same. The reason I like them is because they're so durable. You can wear these in the day or night, they're pretty good. And they have this like a shell backing, so you know, so when you've got those days when it's really hot in Southeast Asia, you sweat and you don't really see it, so that's fantastic. So I have 2 of the FORCLAZ, then I have these, which is, I have 2 pairs of these, which are my running shorts, but they're also like my day shorts I wear around the house. I always believe in wearing different clothes outside to inside, so I've got 2 of these. These are the Decathlon like sports shorts. They're very durable, again very comfortable. I can wear these out as in the day if I want to as well, if I want to change my fashion up a little bit. They're very versatile. And then the last pair of shorts is just a pair of swim shorts, which is just, I literally just use them swimming. I don't use them for anything else. So in terms of underwear, I've just got 3 pairs, so it's wear one, wash one, spare one. That's all I have. You don't really need any more. Every time, you know, in the morning, just wash the underwear you just wore the day before, and they'll dry through the day. It's really easy. And then I just have 3 pairs of sports socks. I don't have any warm socks because this is Southeast Asia. This packing list is for summer. In terms of t-shirts, I only have 4. There's 2 here, I'm wearing one, and there's this one here. I thought I'd show you that full out. I always wear the same t-shirt. You don't need to start wearing different ones. So I've got grey shorts, black t-shirt, classic style, won't ever get dirty or anything like that. Fantastic for traveling. And this is the H&M Slim Fit cotton tee. You can buy these globally, and they only cost around $10 to $15 normally anywhere in the world. The alternative is Zara or Uniqlo do something quite similar. In terms of trousers, I don't have any at all. It's Southeast Asia. If I do need some, I can quite quickly go and buy a pair of North Face or a pair of jeans or whatever I need on the way. But I found on this trip in Southeast Asia, it's too warm nowadays. You don't really need them. The only warm thing I have is if it does get a bit chilly, I have a down jacket from Decathlon. And obviously to go with the down jacket, I have this one, my rain jacket. I think it's really important to have a good rain jacket. And my advice is get it slightly bigger than what you actually need it, because what you'll tend to find is if it's cold, you want to put lots of layers on. So try and go for a size bigger than you normally would. You're only going to use it when it's raining anyway, so who cares what you look like. In terms of belts, I use this one, the Jack Wolfskin. The reason I like this one is you can keep money in it inside. It's got a zip up hidden away pocket. So I just keep US dollars in there as kind of a bit of a backup for money. I also have a rain cover for my bag, and I think it's really important to have a rain cover. Not only does it protect against rain, but it also protects against dirt on some dirty buses. I bought this recently. It's a Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner, and it really is quite multi-purpose. You can use it for a blanket in the beach. You could also use it for obviously wearing, you know, as a sleeping bag liner in any dirty hostels or anything. It can also kind of act as a towel if you haven't got a towel. So there's so many different things you can use with it, and it's very easy to wash. And then the last thing that goes in these bags is my resistance bands for fitness. You just need 2. I just got a Pilates one and like another one for like stretching. You don't need to go mad, but you can obviously walk, run, and then you can use these for a bit of exercise in your room. But as my packing cubes, I use these, which are FORCLAZ packable day pack. Now you can see how it originally was. I kept the straps on this one just in case I do want to use a day pack. But then for the other 2, what I did was I cut the straps away, and then they become perfect packing cubes. People waste like $30, $40 on a packing cube when you can buy these for like $2 or $3 pretty much anywhere in the globe, and all you got to do is just cut the straps off, and they're a perfect packing cube. It doesn't damage them. They cut off really well. Now moving on to toiletries, I use this one. It's a FORCLAZ bag. It just zips open, and it's the perfect like little wash bag. I don't think it's actually meant to be a wash bag, but it actually is really good. There's lots of pockets and everything, and it's very washable. So I've washed this like 50 times, I think. For shaving, I just use the electric shaver. It's not waterproof, but it just takes 2 AA batteries, and it's very easy. And these are really easy to buy, and they're like $10 to $15 if it gets damaged. For hair, I use Head and Shoulders. I bought this little form factor, and what I do is, let's say I'm stopping at a place for 2 or 3 weeks, I'll buy a bigger bottle, use that, and then whatever's left I'll put in here. And then so when I'm traveling, I've got something more lightweight. This is kind of a luxury item, but I do use a hydrating cleanser again because I have sensitive skin, and obviously to go with that I have some suntan lotion. Sometimes I'll buy a bigger bottle, but for where I'm traveling at the moment I don't really need that. Obviously I've got hair stuff, deodorant. Now normally I carry a soap bar, and I put it in here, this Matador soap case, which is fantastic. They're quite expensive, like $20, but really worth it. You can basically just buy like a Dove soap, put it in there, and you can use that for cleaning. You know, I think it's easier to have soaps and stuff. If you buy like a Dr. Brenner's, you can use it to wash your hair. The only problem is I can't really do that because I have dandruff, so I have to have Head and Shoulder, which is quite annoying. Always bring wet wipes. I find them really handy. I never ever travel without wet wipes. You know, if you spill something or whatever, you always need these damn things. It's really handy when you're traveling. Mosquito spray, obviously, because I'm in Southeast Asia, but I don't always carry that, obviously. I have got some toothpaste, but the toothpaste has just run out, so obviously I've got toothpaste to go with that. The other thing I carry as well is I always carry Sudocrem. I think Sudocrem's really good for if you get any mosquito bites or anything like that, anything to do with your skin. You know, whether it be a cut, you can just put this stuff on. In terms of healthcare, I carry a little box like this that carries all my like plasters and stuff, and also I take multivitamins. Now there's actually about 4 or 5 different types of multivitamins in there, but I just put them together in one pot. The last 2 items I'd say are optional. I just find there's never enough places to hang your clothes, so I bought these little clips for hanging clothes. You can buy them in little DIY stores. You can buy them plastic as well. They don't have to be metal, but obviously metal is going to last longer. And I don't use it too often, but if I'm in a place where it's quite dangerous, obviously I have a travel lock, but I'll be honest, I don't use it often. Now we'll move on to electronics. The first item I'm going to talk about is this one, my TP-Link. I think it's really good to have some kind of mobile hotspot nowadays. Wi-Fi's got to the point now where most hotel Wi-Fi's do work, but sometimes they don't. And it's always good to have mobile backup. And the data plans nowadays are so good. You get 100 gig for most countries within $20 or $30. So you can just plug one of these in and, you know, just have it as a mobile hotspot. It's really handy. Now the next item is power. Now I have actually ordered a new one. I've got a UGREEN 20,000 milliamp 100 watt power bank, only because I've changed laptops from an iPad back to a laptop because of work. I found I need a full laptop now. This is the best form factor I've ever found. I've never actually seen this on sale anywhere else. It was a Xiaomi one. I found it in Thailand. I think it's an absolutely fantastic little power bank. It's only 160 grams. I'd love to leave a link in the description, but I've never seen it online anywhere. So it's a shame really, because I'm actually getting rid of it. Along with that, I have these little 2 USB lights, and they just plug into the power bank. And they're really good. You can basically power, you know, you can create lights. So if the power goes out somewhere, you've always got a bit of light. In terms of YouTube setup nowadays, I just use my phone. I've got a Google Pixel 6a, and I've also got an iPhone. And I combine that with a DJI mic, and then I've got this tripod with the phone mount, which is really handy. I used to shoot with a DJI Action, but I just found phones are that good nowadays. You don't really need a separate camera. In terms of cables, I normally go with Anker cables. I think they're the best. For audio, I actually have 2 sets. I have a wired pair for my laptop for work, and I also have a wireless pair. This is just a fake pair of iPods. They cost like $10 or $12. Very good quality, highly recommended. In terms of work setup nowadays, I have my ThinkPad, which is this is an L800. I bought it secondhand from Thailand. It cost me $200. It's an absolute tank. It's really, really good value. The battery lasts about 5 or 6 hours. It's an i7, so it's nice and quick. It's running Windows 11, perfect. Obviously, this channel is all about budget. If you want a good laptop, head to Thailand. You can go to the secondhand markets and you can pick some amazing laptops up nowadays for next to nothing. But if I was going to spend big money on something, I'd buy one of these. some kind of Anchor Watt 60 watt charger. Make sure at least 60 watt to 100 watt. Ideally, I would have liked more ports, but this is the only one I could find at the time. Costs about $50, and if you get an Anchor, a couple of Anchor cables, altogether it costs you about $70. But I think it's really worth it because this will power the laptop, it'll power my phone, everything. And then obviously with that, I've got my mouse. I would also buy one of these cable sets. It has USB-A, USB-C, Lightning and micro USB, and you can also keep a couple of SIM cards in there, as well as well, I've lost it, but you can keep a SIM card remover as well, which is really handy. They cost like $2 or $3. You can order them from AliExpress. This last item with electronics is optional. You don't actually have to have this, obviously. It's a Chromecast. It is a luxury item, but most hotels nowadays, you know, they have a smart TV, and you can just plug that in, and then you've got access to Netflix and everything like that. It's really handy, I find. And with that set up between these two, I can create any charging I need, whether it be Lightning, USB-A, USB-C, you know, I can create anything. It's also really important to have a pad and some kind of pen. You must always make sure you've got some kind of pen and pad, because you need to always take notes down when you're traveling. Don't always rely on electronics. Especially at borders, you always need a pen. The last two items really to show you is my shoes. So I have a pair of flip-flops for Southeast Asia. Obviously most of the time I wear them, but when I'm traveling, those go in the bag, and then I put some socks on, and then I just wear my trainers. These are a real pair of Adidas. They're not fake or anything. Obviously you can buy fake pairs. I always recommend buying real pairs if you're going to buy a pair of trainers. It's just Adidas running trainers. Very flexible, and if I need to wear them on the night out, you know, they're pretty stealthy, so you can wear them on a night out if you need to. Okay guys, that's it for my packing list. There will be a winter one on the way. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification button, and I'll see you next time.